What is up, Libra? Welcome to your general timeless weekly reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. Libra, when I was cleaning up the Gemini reading, I immediately knew that you wanted to use light seers. You feel so like full of life, like flirty. This energy feels like it's just starting to rev up because I feel it very much so in my solar plexus. And I like this. I like this a lot. This feels like somebody who's getting ready to just learn to have fun with life again. It feels very free. It does feel very childlike. I want to say it feels really beautiful. Is really honest, not to sound cheesy, but that is really what it feels like. It feels very authentic, very gentle, but very like life is just great. Life is amazing. It feels like that. It does. If you're struggling to accept this part of you that's emerging and your ego's like, no, shut up, things are bad. This is going to be the battle of the intuition and the ego. Because I do feel that there's a group in the collective that are experiencing that. Like, why do I feel so poopy? There's so many good things and I am doing great. And it's almost like they're really, this part of them that wants to celebrate life is trying to come out. So let's begin. Let's get into this, please, Spirit. What do we have for Libra? Yeah, Justice. First card out, which is your energy. The Seven of Wands, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Tower. So this is awesome. Bottom of the deck is the Fool in reverse. So this is that, like I said, the battle of the intuition and the ego. So with the Fool in reverse, this tells me that there's a part of your psyche that's like, it's a risk to step into this new version of me or to this new perspective, or there's some hesitance to do it. You might not necessarily see it as a risk, but there is this hesitance to it. And it's because part of you is still learning to come back into balance with who you truly are, not who your ego wants you to believe you are. And that comes with letting down this guard, allowing this positive energy to flow in, because with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is Taurus energy, which is Empress energy, which is also Libra energy. It's a lack of receptivity, right? So maybe work with the goddess of Thor. She's the goddess of receptivity. I really research into that. It's a awesome goddess to work with. But with the Seven of Wands in reverse, there's also this, I want to be isolated. I want to be in my bubble right now. I feel a really big change of some sort, but I can't quite put my finger on it. What is it? And really what it is there's a need to recognize the ways in which you're standing in your own way by simply trying to figure out what it is. This time now up to March is going to be a massive time of surrender, allowing yourself to just flow. When we become really rigid, it's going to become very evident to the people around us, whether it be work, personal relationships, etc. It's going to be very evident because there is this lack of receiving. Really find time to allow yourself to rest because you're going through the shedding of who you thought you were. Maybe you thought you were this very structured, serious, diplomatic energy that's like, I want to keep the peace. No, let me be the mediator. And now there's this part of you that's like, no, I can have fun. I can be all that and be the silly side of me and explore. That is what's coming out right now. And it's actually going to benefit your relationships because you're allowing yourself to let loose, to have fun, to surrender. And that in and of itself is going to attract these very sweet, they just feel sweet and kind and gentle relationships because you're no longer allowing the ego these thoughts of, oh, the sky's gonna fall or this is gonna happen. That's all falling away, which is really amazing. I like it. So let's use I'm really torn between crystal visions, but I feel like they want me to explore it. Tarot of Dreams. I kind of want to use Tarot of Dreams more. I feel like Tarot of Dreams has more to do with your external environment, and this has more to do with the new that's coming in. Like Tarot of Dreams is about, hey, this is what we're letting go. We're going to get a little bit more of both with this deck because this feels more so like where you're heading. So we're already going to see that is coming out. If you don't use tarot and you're wondering why it feels that way, it's because as a reader, you build a relationship with each deck. Like to me, this is my deck of love, right? Not just in relationships, but in frequencies. And when we embody a certain frequency, a deck will represent that. Like I have some decks that are just for work, some that are for masculine, feminine, okay? So this tells me that you're starting to embody, I don't like the phrase, the higher heart. I feel it's a little overused in the collective right now, but you're starting to embody a higher frequency of love, right? And so that makes you more receptive, but also brings to the surface the parts of you that are resistant to receiving that frequency yourself. Okay, so let's look at Justice. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Pentacles, this tells me that there is a need to rest. You've planted all the seeds you can plant. So let's say you started a business or you started a relationship and you're like, oh, I have to change this or I have to do that. The universe is like, no, you just need to allow things to grow. You need to be patient. You need to be receptive. Let's look at Justice for Libra, please, Spirit. I feel somebody else coming in, which is, it feels like a masculine energy. Okay, I'm going to take all this. I'll take this one. We have the Star and the 7 of Cups. This feels like a manifestation. This is very much manifestation energy to me. When I have the Star, which is daydreams, options, the things that you're calling in. Sorry, the 7 of Cups. That's what that I just described. And then the Star is divine timing. The Star is hopes, dreams, wishes. This is also my divine assist card with the Star there. So if you have 2 7s, there's a lot of divinity going on. When you have 7s, 7s are about alignment with a higher power. And so this is, well, I'm planted all these seeds. I've invested in this relationship, or I've been going to the gym and I'm not losing that weight yet, or I've been trying to start this business or grow my following, and it's not happening. It's not that it's not happening. It just hasn't materialized quite yet. And that's the lesson of surrender. This is the universe screaming like, hey, don't constrict. Like, be grateful for the 2 subscribers you do have, or for the ½ pound that you did lose, or for how you even are in that relationship, even though it might be a little bumpy right now. It's coming to that place of gratitude, that's shifting into the higher frequency of love, because everything's a spectrum. So maybe your high frequency in the past was here, now you're moving up to here, and that's okay. Let's look at the 7 of Wands. Hierophant. Yeah, this is a lesson for you. King of Swords. This relationship that you're in with this individual is going to be a lesson. And for some of you, this individual is just your own masculine energy. There's parts of you that understand it logically, that need to integrate it into an emotional form. And others, you're in a relationship, or maybe both, where you're dealing with somebody who's very honest, who is very upfront, who is very transparent with you. And their style of communication might differ from yours. This is going to help you work through some trust issues, because they're very committed. They are very committed. But that's the lesson. It's seeing that the triggers coming up in you right now are yours to heal. They're not because of this person. This person's giving you the gift of bringing your awareness to those triggers so you can see them and understand, oh, this has been in me for a while and I need to let it go. Let's look at the 6 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. I wanted to flip over. 10 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. This rigidness is going to end over the next week or so for you. Yeah, 8 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, which is validation for me as a reader. And there's Death in reverse. Yeah, it's going to end. You also have a cyclic energy of the 10. So you have Death and 10, 2 cyclic energies. This is about you, like we just said before. Stop overthinking it. Like, don't ruminate on the bad. Really, I'm not going to say it's going to be hard, because I'm not going to create a limiting belief for you in and of itself, but work on creating a new routine, waking up, meditating, saying affirmations out loud, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying affirmations. I even have a playlist on here, meditations and affirmations for the collective to use, and they're from other YouTubers. It's free, right? It's just a public playlist. So go ahead, check that out. Say those every day to yourself. It's going to help you shift your mindset, create new neural pathways, and be more receptive to this very playful, loving, flirty energy that's trying to come in. We're going to see that on the Tower. Let's look at the 7 of Swords. Yeah, Four of Wands, Two of Cups in reverse, and Judgment. You have a habit of self-sabotaging relationships. Let's just talk about it really quick. So this is what you're realizing, that even if it's not sabotaging them till they end, maybe it's stirring the pot because sitting in peace, sitting in healing, sitting in something that is stable is uncomfortable to you because you're accustomed to being defensive, to having these wounds, to not trusting other people. This is going to heal. And this person's in your life to show you the things that need to still be healed. You might even mirror these tendencies with this individual, and that's okay because you both are showing each other that higher frequency of love, that unconditional love, that forgiveness, that compassion of, oh, I see that in you. And I only see it because I have the awareness that I felt similar to that. And it's like, oh, okay. So let me give you the support that I wish I had, but also learn to give myself that support instead of seeking it externally. Okay? There is that duality of it. By healing on this journey with this individual, you're also going to be healing parts of yourself because your communication is going to change and how you show up in relationships and for yourself is going to change. Let's look at the Tower. Very solid foundation, and it's meant to be there with the Judgment card. It's just showing you the imbalances, right? Ace of Pentacles, right? So there's the new beginning. Very nice. Let's see what else we got for Libra. Nine of Wands, Strength, and the Queen of Swords. You're a true pair, which is amazing. I love this so much. King and Queen of Swords. There is a, like, loyalty with the King and Queen of Swords. Very loyal. Like, this is that I'm yours, you're mine. But not in a possessive way. Like, let's just get it very clear. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that somebody belongs to you or you belong to them. You are still a free individual. Loving someone means giving yourself the freedom and that person the freedom to become who they are meant to be and to love them through that journey. It's not about possession. It's not. This is very honest. This is very transparent. This is very loyal energy. There's an emphasis on trust and loyalty here. And that's what's being healed. With the Nine of Wands, this tells me that both are this wounded warrior energy. They've been through it. They've experienced betrayal. They've experienced the defensiveness. They've experienced the drama, right? The having to prove oneself to other, right? They are overcoming that, understanding that I have nothing to prove to another. I'm doing this to love myself, and in turn, by loving myself, I am fully loved by the other. Okay, it's a mutual journey. I like this. And you have the Knight of Swords. I like all this sword energy. It's very honest, very upfront communication. Let's look at the Fool. This is going to take a while for this, because I heard a shift in consciousness. This is because both people are still healing. Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse. Shift in consciousness. Swords are about our perspective, our state of mind, how we communicate and how we perceive things. Perspective. A little redundant there. But with the Ace of Swords in reverse, this new beginning has not yet formed because there's still truth to be seen within each individual. Not with how you express yourselves to one another. But both people are still learning, whoa, what is true for me and what's not true for me? Like, what's the reality and what's not? And bottom of, yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Swords. So this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting to see, okay, well, this part of me has a runner mentality. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Maybe they sprint out the door, right? They are argumentative or emotionally reactive, or they're avoidant, right? Typically one person's really reactive while the other one's avoidant and they shut down. Okay, anxious avoidance. And then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Both people are starting to review, starting to look over how they communicate, how they move, how they're pushed energetically. Wands are about pushing forward. It's about solar sacral energy. It's rooted in the ego, but also the soul. And so Wands with Swords is about how you perceive your intuition and your ego? Which one are you really using? Okay. And with the Page of Swords there, it's trying to find clarity and learn about yourself in a new way. Both people are going through this, which is really nice. But the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck, followed by the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords in reverse, tells me that you're both overcoming these self-sabotaging behaviors. It's just going to take some time. Your ships are coming in, as they say with the Three of Wands, but the Three of Wands is also the card of waiting. It's just time to wait, to allow it to come to you. Don't hold so tight. If anything, focus on yourself. And when this relationship, you have conversations, just be open, be receptive to their journey as well as your own. Okay. But Libra, this is what I have for you. If you guys want a personal reading or Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below through my website in the description box. Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and check out Patreon if you want a free 10-minute reading and 20% off any of my services on my website. That offer is valid for December. So go ahead, check it out. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.